Yeah! That is a shot of glory. That is a shot of victory. Terrence Bud Crawford has done it yet again. He's shown you guys time and time again. I don't know why people keep doubting. Why he is one of the best fighters in the world, and I told you he would be here. Now, you can say it once again. Carcino, you were once again correct. We're going to stop doubting you, Carcino, because you are correct. Why do they keep doubting me? Why? Why doubt it? You should automatically know. Terrence Bud Crawford undoubtedly is pound for pound one of the best. The pound for pound list goes as this: Andre Ward, Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Bud Crawford. They're the top three. You wouldn't put Canelo up there? Why wouldn't you put Canelo up there? Why wouldn't you know about Canelo? The guy beat Austin Trout, Miguel Cotto. He's beaten Irislandi Lara. Look at the people Canelo has fought. Errol Spence has one fight, and now Errol Spence is number 2. You guys have got to be kidding me. I don't know how you guys base the list. The same problem that I had with putting Guillermo Rigondeaux up there when they did it with him. I'm like, he hasn't done enough yet, and you already crowning him. But let's assess the fight. From the opening moments of this fight, you could see certain things was wrong. How Canelo's over Thurman? Very easy. Who does Thurman have on his list? Who has Thurman beaten? 2 fighters? He beat Danny Garcia and Sean Porter? Canelo lost to Floyd Mayweather. Tell me who else has lost to Floyd Mayweather. Everybody's lost to Floyd Mayweather. If Thurman fought Floyd, he would lose too. But it's amazing to me. You guys put these guys on the pound for pound list. It's very shocking. It's amazing. They've done absolutely nothing to be there. I mean, hey, I agree. I had Laura winning the fight, but they gave him the fight. He beat Austin Trout, but he fought these guys and got his hand raised. He beat Miguel Cotto when Miguel Cotto was middleweight champion of the world. It's funny how y'all say he beat the old Cotto when Cotto had came out and dominated Sergio Martinez to win the middleweight title and looked the best he had looked in years. Did Cotto look old in that fight against Canelo? He didn't look old to me. We already said Andre Ward is #1 pound for pound. He was #2 behind Floyd all those years. Once Floyd said he was out the game, it's Andre Ward's. But let's assess the fight. From the opening onset of the fight, Terrence Crawford decided to do something that many people didn't. Well, they knew he would do. I thought he would start off as fighting conventional, then switch to southpaw. He started out immediately from southpaw. For Indongu, he wasn't able to get into the fight. I never said anything about Martinez's leg. My thing is, Sergio Martinez was getting rocked. Yeah, I saw Dick Gregory passed away. Rest in peace to Dick Gregory. Comedian, actor, you know, he was everything. Dietitian, advocate. Now, let's get to this fight. When Terrence Bud Crawford came in the game, he changed it around. He came in this game with a game plan of, let me take this guy to school. And Indongu, as I was trying to say, was up against it. He came in and got overwhelmed. He couldn't settle down and get in the fight. He does throw wild winging shots, but he's heavy-handed. He got Bud attention with like maybe 1 or 2 shots, and Bud would come back every time harder. Whenever he hit Bud with something, Bud would come back harder. But for Indongu, the lights was a little too bright. And see, this is what makes the great from the good. They're able to handle these type of adverse situations. And I'm proud for Indongu because he's come from a very, very super poor area in Nambia. He's only their fourth champion ever in that country. So I'm very happy for him that he's created a platform for boxers over there in a way where they can feed their families and have a new outlet. I'm a loner and I just had a party here. I just had like 4 or 5 people here watching the fight with me. That's why I didn't go live during the fight, because they don't want to be on film. See, when you throw wide hooks like that, you know what you do? You expose your body. And Indongu, he just got a high-priced boxing education in the ring. And yes, he was a 2-time world champion. He's in boxing history. He could be back. He's still a contender. He could still make some money. There's still fights out there that he can win. You know, the guy can box. It's just tonight, for people who saw him for the first time, you saw a guy who was like the deer in the headlights. He was like a deer in the headlights because the lights were too bright, and Andre Ward pointed it out immediately. He was like, he's fighting too tight. Not like the first times they've seen him, because the stakes were so high. So Indongu came out, and what he likes to do is normally he comes around, he fights in a rhythm. He bounces. That's how he gets his rhythm, and he lures you in by him bouncing. And you fall asleep. And then he'll catch you with something like that hard left, or he'll catch you with his jab. But he came out today trying to hook because he was expecting Terrence Crawford to fight starting off conventional, then switch to southpaw. Terrence Crawford came out as a southpaw only and stayed in a southpaw, which Indongu is not used to fighting other southpaws. He's used to fighting conventional fighters. So Terrence Crawford switched it up and made him take away his jab, really, and he tried to hook in his punches starting out, then going with his usual jab. He was fighting on a bounce because that's how he does. Is his rhythm. That's how Indongu likes to fight. He fights in a rhythm, and he uses that rhythm to try to lure you into his trap. It's just like throwing a feint. His bounce and everything else. Ronnie 9, I told you what to do. Make sure you go to the help on your YouTube, Ronnie, and do what you're supposed to do. I had already explained it. No, the guy just got caught where the lights are too bright. He did not expect all of this to happen. He didn't expect all of these things to go in the direction that it did. Well, no. Terrence Crawford saw that this guy was open for body shots. He threw a couple body shots early, sweeping body shots. Because when you throw a lot of looping shots, you leave your body open. That's why people normally get hit with a body shot when they're opening their body up, throwing a jab or throwing a hook. They get caught with a body shot. Because you got to open up to do that. But he throws his hook so wide. He leaves his entire body out there. And we just talked about this. This is one of the curses about being a southpaw. You put your liver for exposure. You put it right in the position to be hit. You put it closest to your opponent. That's why most southpaws switch from, even though they're southpaw, they learn to fight conventional, like Cotto and Oscar De La Hoya, to protect you from being hit in the body on the liver. Because one body shot could end you for the night. He's a lot slower than Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford is very well balanced in the ring. He has great balance and great eyes, great everything. He's in shape. And his balance is so good in the ring that he's comfortable. He's relaxed. So he's not exerting himself and getting himself fatigued. Do Terrence Crawford beat Errol Spence? Is that what you're asking me? Does he beat Errol? Errol might be too big for him. Errol's a big guy. Errol should probably be at 154. Yes. You see? When you look at Terrence, what do you see? See how he's looking? He's setting them up. Even in this southpaw stance. Indongu is looking for a place to jab. Terrence is setting him up by showing him a look that's not going to be there. See, when he put up the high guard, he's taking away the target so he can see where to hit. That's why he got both his gloves up on the high guard. If they can't see anything to hit, they don't throw a punch. It looks like a toddler shirt. No, it's just that I'm massive, dude. That's just all it means. It means that I'm massive. And see how Bud is. You see how Bud has got him measured up? Gave him a little move. You see that? He's controlled. That's called controlling him with your gloves. He's using the gloves to hold him on a feint. And when Indongu sees this, he squats down as if he's going to fire. And nothing comes back. You see that? Nothing comes back. He's back in position. Feints him with the gloves. Feints him again. He's in position now. He got Indongu to drop his arms. He tried to jab over the top of his lazy jab. See, Indongu's not used to fighting. See, he's not used to fighting off the back foot. So all these little jabs, all these little things is making him gotta reset and get back to position to fire. Open already. Yep. See, he throws the feint. And that was a good point. That was a good feint, little fake jabs. And this is a good shot for Indongu. The shot is there. But you see, Terrence Crawford got his glove up to catch the punch if it's coming up top. Indongu is ready to fire. See? He shot it. That was his low because he knew it was low. Terrence saw it coming and he turned. He turned with the punch. So Indongu did the right thing there. He waited. Adrian Broner versus Terrence Crawford. You would never see that fight. AB would not fight Terrence Crawford. I told AB when he was at the pinnacle in the top, when everybody thought he was the new Floyd, and he said he was finna run boxing, when Floyd is gone, he finna run boxing. I said, there's one guy, and he's from Nebraska. And I got videos going all the way back years ago, 4 years ago to be exact. And I told him 4 years ago that this was the guy he was going to have to go through. Terrence Bud Crawford. You would have to go through him. He was like, what? Man, I beat his ass, man. Man, I'm still the can, man. Anybody can get it. Mexicans, Africans, Dominicans. Man, I beat his ass, man. See? You see how Indongu fights on a rhythm? And you got a bounce like that, it normally keeps the other opponent from throwing punches. And that way you get in a position to be first. But you don't need all that movement. All you do is get yourself tired and wear yourself down. Now, and this is what was weird about it. Indongu was starting to settle down a little bit. But you're fighting a guy who's very confident. He's very poised. And he's not moving. He's standing his ground. Which is Bud Crawford. Dude, I just came out the Mayweather gym. I'm already putting in that work. All that bouncing Ndongu's doing, Bud Crawford's feet is still in the same position. He barely moved anything. Look how he's sweeping with the punches. And look at his legs. He's off balance right now. Bud is getting ready to jab, to bait him in. He's gotten closer. There it is. Right there. A lot of people think he missed with the first shot. See that punch? Where did it go? Right to the gut. Boom. That left, he put everything in there right on the liver. Right on the liver. Boom. Right there. That's the one punch. And that's what ended the fight. That's what ended the night. See? By the time the second punch comes, it's academic. He's already going down. And he is not getting up. That's what body punches do. And this is why southpaws don't normally stay in that position. This is what's the danger of fighting and when you're a southpaw. Now, will Manny Pacquiao step up and fight Terrence Crawford? You see why Manny Pacquiao won't take that fight? Because Manny Pacquiao will be on the canvas holding his doggone stomach just like that. And Terrence Crawford says he wants Keith Thurman. Keith, one-time Thurman. Thurman out here marrying some Indian woman. Running around here weighing 200 pounds. Talking about he hurt, got to go through surgery and all this stuff. He avoiding arrow spins. He better get his fat butt out there and fight. Keith Thurman just married an Indian woman. What are you talking about? He's about he married a black woman. No, he didn't. He got rid of that woman, went to Japan and married an Indian woman. He got married in India. He just came back. He gonna have a wedding here too in America. No, she's Indian, Hindu. I ain't hating on him. He just did. He got married that quick. He got fat over there eating and partying with her. Actually, she's Nepalese. Her daddy owns a chain of grocery stores. That boy got a lot of sodium in him, eating all that curry. Curry! Curry! What are you talking about? Must be some good booty. You kidding? They Indian. They ain't giving up the booty till he signed the contract. Gary! Crawford is third on the pound for pound list. He's number 3. Only Canelo is above him, and only Andre Ward. Popeye's still open? I need to hit Popeye's up. I ain't really ate nothing all day. Floyd can't make 147 pounds no more. Floyd can't make welterweight no more. He'll have to fight at 150, 154. It'll be hard for Floyd right now to make 147. Now, y'all saw me on the scale in the Mayweather gym. What did it say I weigh? 213. 213 solid. I'm ready for Ward. And I'm bigger than these guys. I didn't say Canelo was number 1 pound for pound. I said he's number 2. I said I had him at 3. Number 1 is Andre Ward. Floyd is still at the retired status. Okay, Mr. Austin, who's pound for pound then? You tell me. Come on, Mr. Austin, you tell us. Who's pound for pound? Who's number one pound for pound, Mr. Austin? So you got Bud Crawford over Canelo Alvarez. Okay. Did Bud Crawford beat anybody on the level of Arislan De Lara? Did Bud Crawford beat anybody on the level of Austin Trout? Did he beat anybody on the level of Miguel Cotto? Did he beat anybody on the level of all these guys we just named? He beat a couple of James Kirklands. Well, let's be honest. Bud was supposed to beat most of the guys he fought. Canelo beat some guys. He got names on his belt. And I mean some names that people don't normally fight. Don't nobody normally fight Arislan De Lara. Period. Period. Cotto been washed up. He won the middleweight championship from Sergio Martinez. He was the best Cotto had looked in years. And he didn't look that bad against Canelo. See, the thing is, y'all are prisoners of the moment. Who's ever on top and winning, that's who y'all slap on the pound for pound list. Y'all got Lomachenko on the list. Lomachenko ain't beat nobody really to be in no number one, number two pound for pound. Y'all did the same thing to Guillermo Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux, man, he number one pound for pound. I was like, dude, y'all are just prisoners of the moment. You got to look at what people have done as far as body of work. Now, do I believe Terrence Crawford is on that list? Absolutely. At number 3. I think Terrence Crawford has done a lot more than Triple G. Some idiots on here said Triple D's number 1. Who in the world has Triple G beaten to be number 1? He just lost his last fight and got his hand raised. That was his first middleweight fight. Everybody he fought was some small guys that he didn't beat up on. I put up. He was good boy. He good boy. Yeah, he tried. I didn't want to hurt him, Max. But I do my boxing. You know, I come forward. I hit him, and he's a good boy. He's a good boy. He's good. He win. I come to win, Max. Yeah, Danny Jacobs came in there and was bigger than him in his size. He couldn't do nothing with him. Because he has no defense. He's as stiff as a board. Everything with him is power. They asked him a simple question, and he gonna give him. I'm like, you ain't gonna get Triple G to say nothing clever or anything else. He knows basic English. That's why I be like, why they keep trying to ask him the same question in different formats? This trick ain't gonna work with him. He only knows one way to go. So I'm like, you're wasting your time. Just get the camera off him. He's not going to say nothing aggressive. So what do you think about his performance? Triple G, what do you think about Canelo's performance tonight? It was good. He did good boxing. He looked good. He's a good boy. It's like, what more are you going to get out of him? English is not even his first language. He's looking at his trainer like, what, am I supposed to say something else? Didn't I answer this already? Triple G got his bell rung over there by Jacobs. And they know Jacobs won the fight, but they got to do their rematch. I mean, they don't want to blow their Canelo Triple G money. Instead of Canelo fighting Danny Jacobs, we got to watch this. A guy that just lost his last fight. And he said, cool. Danny Jacobs said, fine. Now, y'all want to give him the fight, fine. But now, give me the winner in a rematch. Or me fight Canelo. If Canelo win, I'll fight Canelo. Let's do it. He was not trying to get up. Curled up like a shrimp. That's what happens when you hit somebody authoritative with power. Right on the liver is hard to get up, buddy. Hard to get up. It just takes a while. Once you get hit on that liver, it takes a while. And then you realize, wow. Then you're fine. It's just going to take you more than 30-something minutes to shake that off. Yeah, it takes like 30, 40 seconds. Unfortunately, you don't have that kind of time. Mr. Miguel, you wouldn't sleep nothing. All them people that do that internet stuff, talking that stuff, get in the ring with me, one shot, you out of there. You two thugs. They must work for that DJ Alamawana guy. Sure, I boxed. Sure, you ain't seen none of my fights? See, now he's fine. I thought Crawford would stop him late, not early. But I'm glad that he's okay. Indongu took a dive. You think he came all the way to this country to take a dive? And he's an undefeated two-time champion with a chance to be the unified champion of the world? Brother, ain't no taking the dive from that. This is what happens when you're a southpaw and you expose your body where your liver is to your opponent. This is why it makes fighting at a southpaw stance very dangerous. Yes, your liver is on your right side. Do you not know that? The liver is on the right side of the body. I don't need cardio. All I need is one power punch and you out of there. That's my cardio. Who? Oh, that punch hit the liver, brother. It hit the liver. You just didn't see it. That punch did hit the liver. See? Ooh. All the way through. The second one barely touched him. It was all the first shot. He was he was done completely. It's over. Now, if Terence Crawford fight Mikey Garcia, that would be a fight. Terence Crawford would beat Mikey Garcia. But Mikey got enough power to get his respect. It'll be a good fight. It'll be a very good fight. But I got Terence in that fight. But that could happen now. That fight can happen now. Let's get it cracking. They fought in the amateurs, and they were 1-1 in the amateurs. Miguel, I was watching Rocky 3 the other day. I think last night. But let me go clean up my house. I enjoyed talking to y'all and chatting with y'all. Y'all are my #1 fans in the world. Supporters. Everything. Salute to you guys. Thanks for coming here and checking us out. Talking boxing. All right, Max. Stay up.